Brenner Mills, Minnesota Vikings. Just want to win one before I die.
Dalton Zahlrecker, Dallas Cowboys. Just trying to earn a little respect.
Lane Cooner, the conductor of the Baker train.
What is up, everybody? Training camp has officially started, and the 2025 NFL season is underway. We are here. We have made it. Everybody reported yesterday. Everybody is at camp, except for those who aren't, obviously. But everybody who needs to be at camp is at camp, and players had to report yesterday.
Can I just say one quick thing?
Yeah, go for it.
I made fun of you so much last year for being hyped about this point in time and the Hall of Fame game, and I talked so much trash on the Hall of Fame game, and I literally was talking to one of my coworkers today, and I was like, Hall of Fame game is so close. I can taste it.
We're right there.
So,
dude.
Just wanted to bring that up and apologize.
Yeah. Thank you for apologizing. The football bug is real. The football season is here, and we are going to tell you everything you need to know about training camp and the start of it here in late July. So before we get started, grab a coffee, grab a drink, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. Let's get underway here. So first thing I want to talk about is the Cincinnati Bengals. I want to talk a little bit of Bengals action. Okay?
So much going on there.
There's so much going on. So they're the first team in NFL history to be dumb enough to overpay three dudes. Well, overpay two dudes. I wouldn't even call Joe Burrow an overpay, but paying Jamar Chase, whatever it is, I think 25% more than Justin Jefferson. That's a lot. Anyways, on to training camp news for them. No Trey Hendrickson, still looking to get a new deal done for the NFL sack leader last year. He did lead the league in sacks, I believe, last year. And no new deal for him yet, and rightfully deserving of one if, TJ Watt just got 40+ million. I would say the guy who beat him in total sacks probably deserves just as much, if not close to it. You might argue that TJ Watt's clearly the better player, and I would, but, stats. And then the big news surrounding the Cincinnati Bengals is Shamar Stewart. The owner, Mike Brown, came out and opened up this week on that whole drama. And I'm curious about your guys' take on this, because he came out and said that the big issue right now isn't the total amount of money, but the guarantees in place, and how he believes that if a player... The wording in the contract is, forget how it goes. It's like situation that's detrimental to football. So basically a situation in which the player puts himself in a domestic violence dispute, a drug possession dispute, something of that instance where they then have to miss time. Mike Brown believes he shouldn't have to pay that player for that time that they're suspended or not playing or whatever, which in my opinion, I don't necessarily disagree with. The part that's the holdup for Stewart and his camp is that is not commonplace. That is not standard language in contracts yet. And that is their problem, is they're trying to make an example of him and trying to implement it starting with him, and they don't want it to be him who starts it for the player's sake, which I get.
It's got to start somewhere, though,
Yeah. Well, I think the NFL should bring it up at the next CBA situation. That should be default language in all contracts.
Standard language,
yeah. That should be. I firmly believe if you put yourself in a position in your personal life in which you are no longer able to access your professional life, you should not get paid from your professional life when you are not supplying the service you are being paid to provide. That's fair. Now, that's for the NFL and the NFLPA to dice up and figure out how they want to do it. But I do understand the Stewart camp reluctancy to, be the tester, right? The first of many type situation. But I also understand the Bengals not wanting to pay players that aren't paying for them due to the players doing something legally wrong. Now, if you're speeding and you get a ticket for going 80 and a 60, I don't believe you should not get paid. It's dumb. right?
See, and this is also kind of coming out of nowhere because he doesn't have a history at all.
That's another thing.
Of being
They're like, why are you doing this to
like,
us?
no
We don't
criminal
have
history. Yeah,
We don't have a criminal. Why is this being targeted
I mean,
at us?
but in that, just to play devil's advocate though, like
Yeah.
in that sense, then it shouldn't be an issue. Like if he doesn't have a history, then it's like, sure, I'll
Yeah.
sign it because it's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, it's not even an issue. Like, why would I
Right.
care?
but there's also I feel like. Do you guys feel like there's a lot more like problems that NFL players have lately? Like when it comes to like speeding, like just doing
No, I
certain
feel like it's
crimes?
always
Or
been-
do
there's
you think
always
it's kind of
been.
the same?
Yeah,
It's probably.
the same.
we're
I
just
mean,
more
honestly,
aware.
I mean, we probably are just more aware because of like social media. It's all out there now,
100%. 100%.
So that's why I was wondering because I feel like I see it more, but it probably
100%.
is because of social media.
we
So-
do see
pattern,
it way
man.
more.
I mean,
You give a 24-year-old
Millions
millions
of
of dollars that has never
Yep.
had any money, and there's going to be,
Like, I'm not saying I wouldn't have done it too. I probably you'd be seeing me going 90 and a 50 for sure.
Yeah, no, there was the Jordan Addison thing where he was going like 120 in a 60
Yeah.
last summer or
Yep.
summer before last, even I don't remember what it was, but like he was in a Lamborghini, and I'm like, you know how easy it is to get up to 120 in a Lamborghini? That's like
Yeah.
3 seconds at full throttle on the accelerator when you're going 65. Like that's not like hard to like. It's not that
Yeah.
like this is some like, oh, he really had to try to do that. Like no. Like he's 24 years old. He has a fancy car and he wants to go fast, and he goes fast
Yeah.
for a couple seconds.
And you'd be
Speeding is
surprised
fun.
how many spots on like interstate that actually do. Like I was in Oklahoma City earlier. It actually on like the loop around Oklahoma City, it drops to 60 miles an hour. So like it's not hard at all to go 120.
Yeah.
And if I had the money, I would definitely be. If I was 24 and I got paid this much, I would definitely. First thing I'm doing is I'm buying a sports car. If I was 24,
Yeah.
and then I'm
Yeah.
also going to be speeding in it. So it's like that's
either
the thing.
way, I can see Shamar really just holding out. I can see this lasting for a long time. I don't see him giving in and just saying, "Fine, I'll sign it."
Well, I feel like the other holdout too, though, is the guaranteed money, which is what kind of Jaden Higgins started with the second round picks.
Yeah.
And I mean, how do you guys feel about second round picks getting fully guaranteed?
I don't feel like anybody should get guaranteed contracts. NFL, NBA, otherwise, you should have to provide a service to guarantee your money.
I feel like it all just depends on the language of the contract and how the owner feels about it. You know what I mean? I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's their money. So if they're like, they feel fully confident in everything going about it,
See, because like personally, I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, man, I think we've gone a little too far with the fully guaranteed. Now you can do like I think up to 50% guaranteed. Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Well, I think injury guarantees are my thing. Like those are like you should get injury guarantees in a profession. Like there should be guaranteed money to protect yourself as an asset, or even like an insurance type guarantee where like if you get hurt, the whole contract becomes like if your career ends and you have to retire due to injury, advised by medical staff, then your contract gets guaranteed, right? Like you're taken care of. Like don't worry about it.
Like you're getting like 50% guaranteed at least of your whole contract.
I wouldn't even be mad about 100% guaranteed in that scenario, right? Like you gave your body to this team to a point to where you can no longer do this anymore. Here's your money. Like you gave it all you had, but like injury guarantees are fine with me. It's the like here's $52 million at signing of a $60 million contract.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just
me. And then like you said, if you get suspended for doing something stupid, then you probably shouldn't be getting paid. your contract.
Yeah, and
I'm okay with. You got to take it seriously,
Yeah, I'm okay with language that says if this like fully guaranteed, but if such and such happens and you're because of legal circumstances you're not allowed to play in games or anything like that, you have to pay that money back. I'm good with that.
But that's but that's the problem with Shamar is that he's one of the first ones that's kind of dealing with that right now, and that
exactly. He's the tester.
It's got to start being kind of common practice in most.
I think at the next CBA they have to. During the negotiations of the next CBA, that has to be implemented from the NFL side, and the NFLPA is going to push back on that very hard.
Yeah.
But I feel like it should be. All right. Let's move on here. No Scary Terry in Washington. Terry McLaurin did not report he is seeking a new deal. Jawan Jennings did report to San Francisco camp, but he is still looking for a new deal or to be traded. That is still ongoing.
They're just having so many wide receiver problems because isn't
Yeah.
Ricky Pearsall on the PUP list right now too?
Yep, Ricky Pearsall got put on the pup.
Yeah.
Brandon Ayuk does not have a timetable for return yet from his knee injury. So they have all sorts of issues out there in San Francisco with their wide receiver room. And they just got rid of maybe the most talented guy in Deebo Samuel and sent him to Washington.
Yeah, as he's a nightmare.
Looking at it from a fantasy standpoint, if I'm a George Kittle owner, I'm just sitting back and I'm just like, man.
Oh, you're liking it.
Yeah,
my guy's going to be getting a ton of targets this year.
He's going to be getting targets. It's going to be Tony Romo to Jason Witten numbers.
Yeah.
All right. And then
I'm ready to Gronk numbers.
Seriously. I had Jamal Adams signs with the Las Vegas Raiders, reuniting with Pete Carroll. That's, at one time Jamal Adams was worth 2 first-round picks. Obviously not anymore, but definitely a scheme in which he's familiar. He's comfortable. He'll go there. He'll be a good veteran presence on defense. That'll be really big for Las Vegas. And then I have a question for you guys. If you guys saw this story, did you guys see the Bears JJ McCarthy story?
Mm-mm.
No.
So I'm looking it up here.
Did not.
So I can't remember. I got to remember who.
I thought that was a story that came out like a while ago, though.
No, it came out. I mean, just like the past couple days. Who was it? Can't remember. I want to get the guy's name.
Also, I just want to point out. Oh,
yeah,
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say Ryan. Well, who is it? All right, say what you were gonna say.
Well, I saw somebody tweeted it. I think it was like yesterday, but I mean, they're not wrong. I think out of all the first number 1 overall picks, Cam Ward is probably the least talked about number 1 overall pick right now.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing much on him at all. But
that's because he wasn't in last year's draft class. He would have been the 6th overall quarterback taken.
Yeah.
So
you're not wrong. I'm just saying that it's surprising to me because you remember how much we were talking about Caleb Williams last year.
That's funny.
We were talking so much about him.
If he would have went at 6 last year, we'd probably be talking about him more as what's he going to be in his second year than we are now. What's he going to be in his first year? Because nobody is really high on the Titans. I'm thinking kind of like a Bryce Young situation.
This quarterback class is not good. It was Greg Holcomb who released this article, and in the article, according to Holcomb, Poles visited him at quarterback camp. He's a well-respected quarterback guy within the league. He's been a quarterback coach at several different destinations. He was holding a middle school quarterback camp, like a Manning camp or anything how those go. And Poles was talking about how much they liked or how much they loved JJ McCarthy. Holcomb told The Athletic and said to me, "I don't think people realize how close we were to possibly taking him," Poles said to Holcomb. So that is from Ryan Poles to Greg Holcomb saying that the Bears were close to taking JJ McCarthy at some point or another. Now, that never got leaked, and none of that ever got mentioned.
In the what? Because Caleb Williams and JJ McCarthy went in the same year, right?
Yeah. This was just last year's draft. Last year's draft. McCarthy went, Caleb Williams went number 1, and then it went Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Michael Penix, JJ McCarthy, Bo Nix. And nobody had JJ McCarthy in the top 10. Everybody had him going to Minnesota just because the fit was there. Kevin O'Connell loved him. They made it very well known. And that's, that was the destined spot. That's who I wanted the Vikings to take. I would have been okay with Drake May, but how
would you have felt if JJ McCarthy would have went number 1 overall to the Bears?
I would have been distraught. You can ask Spoon. I would have been destroyed.
Yeah, you wanted him so bad.
I wanted my top quarterbacks last year were Jaden Daniels, Drake May, JJ McCarthy, Caleb Williams. That was my top 4 quarterbacks from last year, and I didn't even include Bo Nix. So
You hated him. I know that.
I don't hate,
You don't hate
him.
You didn't like him.
I don't hate him. I just he isn't a franchise quarterback. And I believe with a top 15 pick, you have to take a franchise quarterback. It's the same reason I don't like Cam Ward. He's not a franchise quarterback. Same reason I didn't want people to take Shadur Sanders. He's not a franchise quarterback. Same reason I didn't like the Michael Penix pick. He's not a franchise quarterback.
Shadur went in the 5th round, so
I know, but people were saying like, oh, Shadur could go as early as 3. Like, no, he will not go as early as 3. That's dumb. But anyways, so that was a little headline from the past couple days, and then another headline from the past couple days, Dalt, is Micah Parsons.
Yep.
And Jerry Jones talking about Micah Parsons.
Good Lord.
I would like to preface this whole thing with my only statement. I'll let you say whatever you want, but Mike is gone. He gone. He is. He said, I am here while I'm here, and I will give my all while I'm here, but he gone.
Yeah, man. I don't know Jerry Jones to get anything done early. This is just classic Jerry Jones stuff. He did not pull any punches when people asked anything about it, which, I mean, he wasn't wrong, but like also it's just one of those things like, first day training camp, doesn't help at all, but that's Jerry Jones. And I mean, the deal's either going to get done or it's not. And Micah and George Pickens are both in contract years. I can't imagine that he pays both of them.
Well, you can't,
or either of them.
You can't really pay one of them, much less both of them. If you pay, if Pickens pops off this season like you guys would want him to, there's no way he's back the year after next. You won't be able to afford him. He'll be a $30+ million guy, and Mike is already minimum $40 million.
Yeah, 41 now.
Minimum, yeah, 41 now. If you can get him to take less than TJ, but if I'm the Micah Parsons camp and I do anything of note this season, I'm saying, well, I guess our starting number is 50, and then they're gonna go, well, we were thinking 41, and we're gonna go, okay, well, we'll settle for 45.
David, his agent, whether Jerry Jones says he knows him now, I'm pretty sure he probably knows him now. Yeah, no,
that was a whole other thing of Jerry being like, well, we're not negotiating with the agent, and Mike is like, well, there's no deal if my agent's not involved, so I don't know what to tell you on that. Which good for him, in my opinion. Micah should have his representation there, and he shouldn't sign a deal without proper representation. That would just be dumb. That's why agents are a thing. That's why they're a commonplace. The only person I know that has gotten away with not having an agent is Lamar Jackson, and he is somehow skated by, and I have no clue how.
He's doing pretty good.
But I mean, his mom was his agent, but so he had some sort of person with him, but not an official agent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that he's probably gone. I've been saying it for a while that you can't pay 3 guys top of the market in their respective groupings, and unfortunately CD got paid, Dak got paid, and that was one thing Jerry Jones said of like, we weigh all these things when we're paying players. I mean, Dak Prescott missed a bunch of games last year, but still took up a bunch of the cap. So it's very prevalent in their mind that, they could pay a guy and then him not even play. So I don't think they want to pay another guy that much money anytime soon.
Yeah, probably not. And then, you got the whole Trayvon Diggs situation where he missed, certain percentage of the early camp stuff and got fined $500,000. And apparently Jerry Jones, he didn't have to do it, but he did it anyway, which, it is classic. It is what it is. That is classic. It just reminds me of the, I think it was last year, either last year or the year. I think it was last year when Cooper Rush was playing, and I don't think he had put Trey Lance in like at all season, right? After trading a 4th round pick for him. And then Dak gets hurt, and then everyone's like, okay, well, yeah, time to throw in Trey Lance and see what Trey Lance is about. Nope. Cooper Rush. Everyone thinks that we still have a shot. And then it gets to the point where in the game, Cooper Rush needed like a certain amount of top play time or something like that, and it would have gotten him $500,000 in incentives, and he got taken out. And then Trey Lance finally got some play time. And when Jerry asked about that, he was like, I wasn't aware. Like, how are you not aware?
Yeah, I don't.
You're aware.
You're aware of everything that's going on within your organization. Don't play dumb.
Yeah.
It bugs the crap out of me when owners and GMs and stuff go, I wasn't aware of the boat. You weren't aware. You know everything that goes on in your building, or you're doing a terrible job and you need to be fired. Like, you decide, but that's what's going on. But all right. You have anything else you want to add about any teams in training camp? Anything you guys are looking out for that I missed, or anything you know of?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Cool. And there's a bunch of other little ticky-tacky contracts with every team, but we're not going to deep dive every single team. This would be a 90-minute long video about every team. So we're not going to do that. We're going to move on to the last segment of the show. I have a player comparison for you guys.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go. He says, let's go. So I'm going to pull that up on the screen here. Oop, get this other one rocking. There we go. All right. So this is a new one. We haven't done this before, but I did quarterbacks' final 2 seasons in the NCAA. So final 2 college seasons. College seasons. So Dalton, I know you're at a major disadvantage. Dalton does not watch college football literally ever in his entire life. Spoon,
maybe once or twice.
No, I do. When it comes to stats, I pay way more attention to NFL stats than I do college stats. I pay attention to college football teams, though.
Yes. So I will say this. We have one of these players is a modern day college player, may not be in college right now, but more modern day. One of them is our childhood 2000s college player, and then one of them is a 90s, 80s, 70s era college player. Right. So like that was a lot. Well, I don't want to give away what decade they're in, but just know that it's before our time college player. So predating us, one of these guys is. And then
is one of them Vince Young?
Yes.
Oh, really? One is Vince Young?
Love that for me. That's the only.
Way to just rip that out.
That's the only, literally because of you.
Signed jersey that I still haven't hung up yet.
Wow, fake fan.
So
that's I literally know that name. I know that name because of you.
So player funny. C was Vince Young.
Yep.
So these are passing stats.
Yeah, obviously not his rushing stats, because that would just
no passing stats. We're looking at quarterback, and we're not doing the Jalen Hurts discussion. We're looking at how they do as a passer.
Okay.
So
that was the one from our childhood for sure.
Yep, that was the one from our childhood.
That's what made me think of it. You said childhood, and I was like, that's the only one.
Hey, I was starting to think like Matt Leinart. I was also possibly thinking like maybe he would consider Peyton Manning.
There is a Pac-12 quarterback in here.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's probably the 5,900 yard passer, because the Pac-12 is there. Yep, because that's what they do. They pass.
There's like a current quarterback. There's a quarterback on here.
Modern day.
So, like, did they just get drafted?
Within the past, they were drafted within the past 4 years.
Okay.
Within the past 4 years.
Because I would have just came out and said A is Joe Burrow, but it's not.
It is not. The final 2 seasons, Joe Burrow did that in 1 season, sir.
Yeah. Oh, these are their final 2 seasons?
2 seasons.
Shit.
2 seasons.
Okay.
So think of, I stumbled across this. This was a happy accident, I like to call it. I like to play the game of Pro Sports Reference, where you get on there and then you try to find a rabbit hole and see how far you can go.
Is player B Troy Aikman?
No, it is not. Player B is not Troy Aikman, but you're in the right. You're in the right era. You're in the right era. Definitely that era.
Dan
Definitely,
Marino's too old, right?
definitely
That's-
play at the same time.
Hmm.
I mean, fire away, ask questions.
Yeah, see, I thought he went to a California college, and he did. He went to UCLA, so I wasn't far
He
off.
did. So I'll give you the hint. It is a California college.
So
I'll
he
give-
either went to Cal. He probably did go to Cal because Cal had so many That was like quarterback college right there. Back in the 80s.
I think he went to California. I'm double checking right now. He checking. Yes, it was a California college. It is a well-known school. It's not like a San Diego alum state university, some like small-time school. It's a very well-known school within the state of California.
Okay.
Very
So it's
popular.
probably either Stanford, Cal, UCLA, or USC.
It is one of those.
Okay, yeah. Damn, I just don't know a whole lot. Like,
Yeah,
I know Rogers went to Cal. Like that's
It's
the
not
one
Rogers.
Yeah, it's way before Rogers' time.
Yes.
Um,
This is a guy who I would say had a similar play style to Aaron Rodgers.
Brett
for
Favre.
sure. No. Way too
Favre
many
would
interceptions.
miss.
Brett Favre. I mean, I would say as far as scrambling behind the line of scrimmage, these guys were very similar. Like Aaron Rodgers and this man. One of Player B's most well-known plays in the NFL is a rushing play. Did win at least one Super Bowl
Hmm.
in the NFL. Played in multiple Super Bowls in the NFL.
Okay.
Stop Peyton Manning.
Played with a 2,000-yard rusher in the NFL.
John Elway?
It is Elway.
Nice.
Yeah, see, that gave it away.
I was trying to give him.
I probably wouldn't
give
have
you
guessed Elway though. So he was not one of the quarterbacks that was popping up in my head.
I know he's
Stanford.
supposed to be a name that I have, but I just can't.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. These are, like I said,
don't
this
ever
is
think
new.
of
The
him.
only 2,000-yard rusher I could think of was what's Terrell Davis from.
Yeah,
that
TD.
was, he
Yep.
immediately popped in my
Yep,
head,
yep.
and I'm like, yep.
Yep. That was the big hint. I was trying to like get you there because they just weren't
Okay.
landing.
So player A is
Okay.
recent.
Player A is a recent player. Player A has been drafted within the past 4 seasons.
Kyler Murray.
Are they still?
Are they still what? It's
No,
not Kyler Murray.
Murray's- he's been
Are
in the
they
league
still
for
on the same
time.
team that they were drafted on?
They are definitely on the same team they were drafted on. They're still on their rookie contract.
Still a starter.
Yes.
Okay.
They are slated to be the starter for their NFL team this season.
All right, let me go through.
Bryce
Don't-
Young?
I'm good with hints.
It is
now.
not Bryce Young. Would you like the conference?
You can say the conference, but don't
Sure.
go any further.
Okay, let me look. I'm looking it up. Okay,
What do you mean? You can't think of it off the top of your head?
I'm just double check. I'm just double
You don't know
checking,
what the team
making
is,
sure,
brother.
making sure I get it right.
Oh, college conference.
College
College conference. Would you like the NFL conference?
No,
That would-
no. You're good. If
I
he's
mean,
a
that
starter
doesn't-
from the Big Ten,
I have no idea.
Yeah, Dalton goes. Yeah, no idea.
CJ Stroud.
So, it is not C.J. Stroud.
Wow. Okay.
So 5,700 yards in 2 seasons. More attempts than Young, less attempts than Elway. Better completion percentage than either of them. About the same amount of touchdowns. Way less interceptions. More air yards per attempt. So, however many air yards they're getting per attempt they throw. Their NCAA college passer rating and their NFL quarterback passer rating adjusted. So I took these stats and converted it to NFL quarterback rating, not QBR, quarterback rating.
It's not Justin Herbert, is it?
It is not Herb.
No.
Is it Justin Fields?
It is not Justin Fields.
Oh.
Trevor Lawrence? No.
It is not T-Law. T-Law played in the ACC, buddy. I know you don't know that.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Like I said,
just
you were at a
these out.
huge disadvantage coming into this. Like, it was never meant to, like, really nail it in.
No,
Would Would you like the NFC, or would you like? I just kind of gave it away there. Would you like the
You
conference?
said, you said
NFC.
NFC.
Yeah, I said it.
Okay, well, it's not the NFC East because it's not Jaden Daniels.
I was about to say, would you like the NFC or AFC conference? And then I tried to stop myself before I said it, and I said NFC, and I was like, well, I just gave it away. That was garbage. I'm garbage at this game.
So it's not NFC East.
It is not.
No,
Is
Do you
it
want
JJ
the-
McCarthy?
It is JJ McCarthy.
of course.
There it went.
When he said last 4 years, I was like, I don't think it'd be a quarterback drafted last year.
I had to like
I
throw
wasn't
you
sure.
a little bit off. I had to throw you enough off that you wouldn't just get it right away.
Yeah, that's why I was,
Um,
because I was also thinking, because he said 90s, 80s, 70s. So I was like, okay.
I was trying to. So this was a happy accident. I came across the Vince Young, John Elway comparison, right? Like Elway has way more yards, but like touchdowns, interceptions, air yards. He also has way less attempts.
It's kind of similar.
Yeah, kind of similar. And then I was looking at JJ stats way later, and I was like, "Whoa, those are really similar." And so, like, I don't know. My comp for JJ coming out of college was John Elway. Like his peak, and like if he was the best version of himself in the NFL, he would be John Elway. And so yeah, this was a
showing his college stats. It looks
Yeah.
kind of a little better than John Elway.
I mean,
The interceptions really.
Yeah, but I don't
difference.
weigh that as heavily because
I
Elway
know.
played in a totally different era as far as passing goes in college, and it kind of JJ doesn't get too big of a knock on that because he played in a very old school offense in college.
How does
Like-
JJ have an NFL QB rating?
No,
It's how it would be in the NFL if you transferred
this,
the
these
stats.
stats
Oh,
as a
gotcha,
quarterback
gotcha.
rating in the NFL.
Word.
So the reason this is so much higher is just because the interceptions are so much lower.
Mhm.
Right, that's the big thing between the three of them. But one of the biggest knocks on JJ has been he didn't do it enough. He didn't throw enough in college. They didn't throw with JJ in college. I mean, it was good enough for Elway. It was good enough for Young. Now Vince Young was obviously a better rusher than either of these two, as far as just pure rushing ability. But JJ McCarthy's a great scrambler. Elway's a great scrambler. Young was a great quarterback with his legs. Period. So Vince Young would easily catch up in yards if you added in his rushing stats. He'd probably be 1,000 yards over both of these guys if you added in his rushing stats. So
When do are the Vikings? They do their training camp today.
yeah, everybody's at training. Everybody's back at training camp.
How's JJ looking?
It's closed to the media, so
Lame.
that we won't know until later this week. I think this weekend's the
Kinda-
first open media day.
Partially why I like the Cowboys because
That's why the players hate the Cowboys, though. They feel like They feel like they're in a zoo.
yeah.
I'm sure you've
I
seen
like
those.
going to the zoo though. Unfortunately for them.
I like going to the zoo.
Uh,
He's like, yeah, those people, they're animals to me.
I like watching.
Oh, all right. You guys got anything else you want to add before we hop off here? All right, guys. Thank you, guys. We're going to be going all throughout the NFL season. Make sure to check out the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you all next time. Peace.